everyone! Happy New Year! Today's painting video is going to be a little unique since I don't usually work with canvases of this size. This piece is titled Reluctant Trust and measures 12 by 24 inches. I knew exactly what I wanted to use this canvas for and decided to recreate one of my recent sketches. You may have seen it on my Facebook or Instagram pages. There's just something fascinating about seeing those black and white images come to life as a painting. And if you haven't noticed by now, I am completely obsessed with wolves and I absolutely love painting them. On just a fun side note, I used to hate painting or drawing anything related to hands. I was horrible at it, but throughout the months I've slowly seen some progress and gotten better at painting them, and yeah, so I'm really excited to share this one with you guys. So real quick before we get into our topic of discussion today, I just want to apologize for some of the video footage. So my husband graciously gifted me with a beautiful camera for Christmas this year, and I also got some new lighting equipment. Yay! I know that's been a constant issue throughout many of my previous videos, is the lighting and quality and such. But I didn't notice when I was filming that I was out of focus, so I apologize for that. It's going to take a little bit of a getting used to, I think, but overall I'm super happy with this and excited to film everything coming up this year. So initially I was having some trouble coming up with discussion ideas for today, but I got some inspiration while I was talking to my husband last night. We were talking about my art and how much my style and painting subjects have changed since I first began painting. I feel like I'm just now beginning to find myself and my own personal art style after what seems like forever, and I wanted to share a little insight on the matter of how to find your own art style. Please keep in mind though that we are all on our own unique journey, and what worked for me may not be the same solution for you. This is simply what I did to find my own style. When I first began painting in 2015, it was more of a way for me to de-stress and relieve my anxieties. If you want to know a little more about this, I'll leave a link to that blog post in the description. I had no intention of selling my art, and I did it merely for my own well-being. I started off by doing abstract work. I never planned out my paintings in advance, just picked my colors and painted from mere emotion. Sometimes it worked out and the painting turned out nice, and sometimes it didn't. As time went on, I was no longer feeling satisfied with my abstract work, and I had started to long for something different. I then started to paint flowers and scenic paintings. When I tired of that, I began to paint women and portraits with very abstract themes and backgrounds. My early pieces were often oversaturated with an abundance of different colors and styles. I tried to paint things that I really hadn't given myself enough time studying or practicing. I was very impatient and I wanted to find out what my style was right away. Eventually, my paintings took on so many different looks and themes to where my body of work wasn't consistent at all. As a whole, everything came together feeling very loud and busy. And I got really hard on myself because of this and eventually stopped painting altogether for about a year because I was having such a hard time finding myself. I'm telling you guys, this is the last thing you want to do. Do not give up on yourself or your art. The first thing that you should be aware of is that practice really does make perfect. This is something I'm sure you guys have heard before, but it's true. In order to find your own style, you need to be consistently creating art. Be sure to give yourself plenty of time and patience. Your art and your style will improve with time, but only if you continue the journey. To be where I am today, I've painted so many different things. I still have a long journey ahead before I get to where I want to be, but progress has been made throughout time. The key point of this little story from my particular experience is that I genuinely knew deep down what made me happy to paint and what didn't. If you're painting or drawing something and there is no joy or excitement, then chances are that you probably aren't going to stick with it. I didn't enjoy my abstract work, landscapes, or scenic paintings nearly as much as I now enjoy painting forest-inspired artwork of wolves and women. A good way to help you decide what you should be painting is also to observe the work of other artists. This is something you need to be cautious of, however, because you don't want your work looking too similar to that of the other artist's work. We never want to copy or plagiarize another artist. To avoid this happening, a good thing to do is to observe a handful of artists whose work and style you really admire. Take something you love from each of those artists and try to incorporate that into your own work. I've heard this advice from many other artists here on YouTube as well, and it really did work for me when I tried it out. It's a fun way of experimenting and trying new things, and it might be just what you need to inspire your own style. I promise that with time, you will start to find what you enjoy and what feels right. Your own unique style is out there, but only you can discover it. I hope you all enjoyed this video and got some inspiration from it. If you're interested in this piece, it will be available in my shop in February along with prints and posters. This simply gives my Patreon family the chance to claim the original before anyone else. If you're interested in finding out more, please visit patreon.com/QuinDuCreations. Before I go, I just wanted to say that I'm also currently holding a sale in my shop for 25% off your total order. January is my birthday month, and I just wanted to do this as a special way to say thank you. Just use code BIRTHDAY at checkout to redeem. Thanks again for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all in next week's video. Until then, keep creating.